Hey guys, hey guys, Vampire Dinner, and today we'll be doing day 4, or watching day 4 of Call of Duty. Yeah. Okay, wait, wait, okay. Alright, so we're a bit early, so I can be on time. I got chat pulled up here, figured out how to do that. It's nice. I got a timer for 30 minutes, just so we know. And while we're waiting, well, I'm gonna wait to start this timer until the 40 minutes. Do we have it up? And then, once I start the timer, we will review what we have at the moment, and then we will, see what we have. Okay. Good. 5. Alright, just wait. 11:20. So then I can set it to that, and then we'll go ahead and review. Crap. Hold on. Sorry about that. Let me get everything else pulled up. There's chat. There's the timer. It's 11:20. Start it. 40 minutes. Bring that in. Let's go to the chat. Yeah, okay. So, as you can see, I have, went back to my recent thing where I had everything separated. So, I went ahead and got that up. So, yeah, so, can I, no, that's there. Okay, so, everything here has been leaked already. I said that in my last stream on this, but it was on a YouTube video, and it was all leaked, so I kind of just took pictures from there. It's not the best quality, but you can still see what they are. So there are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. There's 15 things, and they're all like separated into like different types of bunkers, which you can access through these codes on Warzone. So these are coordinates H6, and you put in the code for the bunker, B5, and you put in the code for the bunker. These are the numbers that are scattered throughout the capes, which if I go ahead and pull that up, so right here, we got 3 tapes, you're gonna get 1 more, and then everything else is gonna update with, everything, all the volumes are gonna update. And then if you go overhead to EMC2, so 3 days are crossed off. It means we have everything for the last 3 days, and then now we are working on day 4, which is today, and it's gonna happen about, what's the time we're at? In about 38 minutes. So you still got that long, and done. It's gonna have everything pulled up here. Go back to the TV, so we have it. Now let's go ahead and pull, where is that? There. So now we have this up, just in case someone comes. There we go. Alright, so now we have this up here. And then I have my text ready right here. Where should it go? Here, slide it down a bit. And okay. So all this information here is all correct because it was in the recent bunker that we got yesterday, which is good because now I know that that's right. So I usually have to have this ready. I want to see the, so yeah, I'm gonna have this on the side also with the chat. When this video is playing, I'm just gonna be typing in the number that I see. I'm just gonna be watching, I'm gonna be listening. I want to see if you can spot anything else. Please do the same. If you do see something that I miss, comment. Because that would be good. Anyways, so yeah, I'm excited because I'm pretty sure either tomorrow or Wednesday are the final days. But this is day 4 and there's 5 days total. So tomorrow will be the last day of tapes. But I don't know if we get a reveal on Tuesday or Wednesday. So yeah. Okay, yeah, let's do that. Okay, so I'm still trying to learn some stuff. I'm not really used to this. I usually have it on the PS4 and it's like, just look at it. But anyways, this is the setup I'm using. Or just I'm gonna be using every day. Just so I have it up. And you can see the TV screen, so I'm switching between tabs. And then I also have, this is me up. Nope, wrong thing. The timer. 35 minutes. So what's that? Okay. I accidentally full screen it. Alright. The chat. Sorry, this is a lot on screen, but eventually it will be sized down to. I'm going to size this down a bit just so I can see the chat. Just gonna go down here like that, so I just go ahead and check it every once in a while. And the timer, I'm gonna size down just so we can still see it. Okay. Alright, that's gonna get for now. Alright. Anyway, now let me put it back because that's how to stop it. Alright, there. So now we have that up. So we got 34 minutes until the next tape. So, yeah. So yeah, everything is still the same as yesterday. So we got Volume 2, Volume 1, Volume 2, Volume 3, which we did last stream. This time actually on time. I'm not streaming at like 1 to 2 or anything. But it's probably gonna be longer because there's gonna be 4 tapes we're gonna have to go through this time, and we're still gonna write down all the numbers. And we still have, or at least nobody has still figured out what the numbers mean. So let's say have, and I haven't found it yet, but I'm pretty sure I haven't. But I'm pretty sure we're doing a reveal at the end. I'm pretty sure it's gonna be like a code or something you have to type into the TV, and then you'll have something that will pop up. So. Okay. Sorry for the interference a bit. My fan's on because it gets hot. It's like really hot. So I like to have it on. So 33 minutes is gonna take a while. Anyways, again, these tapes are about 20 minutes each. And so we're gonna have 4, that's 80 minutes. So if you want to, take the time now while we're waiting for anything to come up. We'll grab some snacks, drinks, anything you need before it starts, notes, whatever. Settle down and get on Warzone, whatever. I kid you not, I waited like 2 days for everything to fully install in Modern Warfare. And as soon as I did, I found out my PlayStation Plus ran out. I had it for a year, and it ran out as soon as I got everything done. Like, it just happened yesterday. So like I had the campaign fully installed, I had multiplayer fully installed, I had Warzone fully installed. Like that was a 96 gigabyte update that I had to go ahead and do. So I just kind of let it run throughout the day. So eventually it happened, and I had to, because I wanted to play multiplayer and stuff. So I had to download those because I didn't expect my thing to run out. and it did, and it's kind of frustrating. It's like, all right, I'm just gonna go ahead and move everything into the where my PlayStation is, so I can go ahead and go on Warzone after I'm done watching the videos. Now I can't because Warzone's online, and I don't have it online anymore. So, yeah, it's kind of sad. So if I want to play Warzone or anything, I'm gonna have to get it again. Now 31 minutes. I mean, it's not most accurate because I kind of started like 30 seconds in, so it's not going to be the very most accurate, but it helps. So yeah, actually, yeah, wait, I'm just gonna have this up right there, just in case. All right, we're just gonna have that. All right. Good. All right. Anyways, yeah, like I said, once it starts popping up, I'll close this tab. I'll move that down, and we'll have these two things. Just those two, and then so yeah. All right. So 11:30. So I got 30 minutes left. All right. I'm ready. I'm ready for this. And look at the back. Okay, look at the reflection. You can see something right here that dips down, and you see the phone right there. So I don't know what that is. You can see a window. You can see whatever that is. Those are double doors. I think those are windows actually. And I'm pretty sure you can see like a couch right there. Maybe at the end of everything, the screen will come like bigger, you know? Like you'll be able to see it more clearly. Or just kind of another full-on tape that reveals everything. But it'll be funny, it's just like this is not even the right website. Everyone's just on it because they think it is, and then it's just like an updating website because they have to now. And then, but yeah, it's actually if you go ahead and I think term use, and you can actually see its Activision and stuff. So yeah, so it is confirmed this is the right website, which is good. So now we got all the information on everything. So. Oh, sorry about that. And then timer. Boom. Okay. Let's only go with that. So yeah, so this is. Okay, so I didn't put that out just in case. So yeah. Yesterday I got my stand for microphone, so it's already set up, and I was using it yesterday. So now if I want to, I can simply go. And I don't have to worry about knocking it over, so I got my space over here, my phone. I usually like to put it on the other side of my mouse, so I just get in the way. I also like just have it off to the side. Yeah, I completely forgot there's a thing right here, the chat. You can go ahead and pop out any way you use. I completely forgot, and I kind of just looked at it today. I was setting everything up just a minute ago. Yeah. Oh yeah. I really like this mic stand. It works really good. I'm like off to the side of my desk, and I just have to lean it close. ASMR. This is real nice. Is it? Anyways. Yeah, I grabbed myself a water for the stream. I'm not gonna be talking too much, I still want a water. So yeah, I'm still using my other pair of headset, my pair of headsets that have the microphone in it that I usually use for streaming on my PS4. But I'm pretty sure I could plug this mic into my PS4 and I can use it. And I found that the microphone can come out of it, so I can just use it as a headset now, which I kind of like. So I just have it as a headset instead of this. And another thing I wanted to say, just because this is happening, I'm probably not gonna be streaming on the PS4 tomorrow, because I wanted to go ahead and review it again, because I actually like doing this. And so, whenever this stuff is like out of the way or whatever, I don't know how to say it, but once everything's over with this, then everything will go back to normal. It's all good. So yeah, tomorrow will be something like this. So yeah, still got 25 minutes until this thing, and we're gonna figure out what I can do in that time. I'm just gonna just sit in here and talking. Yeah. I just kind of just got my Rubik's Cube. Gonna be sitting here with it, just messing with it. Yeah, maybe mess it up. I already have it solved. No, I can't. I solved Rubik's Cube, but it's not like record time or anything. I'm not gonna do it in like 2 seconds. Which I'm probably never gonna do because that's absolutely insane. That's gonna see how long it takes me to solve it. Because I think I'm pretty sure I've timed myself before, but I just never thought like a good time. It's usually like estimated. Oh, another thing I did is I was like up playing Valorant for like till 12 o'clock last night trying to get Killjoy, and I finally unlocked her. So most likely either Friday, probably gonna see a Valorant video go up on Killjoy. So I finally unlocked her, and I'm gonna make a video on it. So, which I will probably, because I like to pre-record my videos so I can have them, so I can go ahead and edit them and stuff, and just have them. So, I mean, it's probably smart. Just go ahead and pre-record them, because I don't want to do them in a day, because I usually upload like 11, so I don't forget. And upload like 12 o'clock or 3 or something. But it's just something I like to do. And then on FNAF Road, I messed up a recording of it, unfortunately. My the desktop already was louder than me, so I'm probably gonna have to do something on it. I mean, I can't fix the sound, unfortunately, so I'm gonna have to redo it, or I can just go ahead and stream it on one day. But I don't know. I'm trying to change it up a bit. I don't want to have the same stuff going. Like, so I'm doing this. I don't want to keep playing the same game, just completely forget this is happening. I'm going to acknowledge this is here. So, I know that happens a lot. Like with some games that are out, I usually just like I watch the games. I do see gameplay of it, and I know what the games are. Like The Last of Us 2, I've seen everything on it, and I still want to play the game, and I would love to stream it and everything. Cuphead, I have seen everything on it, and I would love to stream it, but unfortunately, I don't have it. Yeah, there's just a lot of games I want to stream, but I don't have yet, and I really want. So, wait till this timer goes down to the second mark. Then I can get to go. Oh crap! I dropped it. Sorry, I'm still here, guys. um, I'm addicted to this thing. I'm addicted to this thing. There we go. Extend this. Alright. Almost got it. Some of the last two steps now. I also really am not going to look up the record, because if I do, I'm probably going to try beating it. Like, this is probably the best I'm going to do. It's like 5 minutes now. Oh, I this last step, man. This is, I never even found out, like, a trick for it to solve it faster than I am. I just can't just, man, sit here and mess with it until I figure it out. So I haven't done it. Done. Got it. 6 minutes. Alright. Not the best, but it does. Was that 6 minutes? I started at 21, and it is now 15. 21, 20, 19, 18, 17, 16, 15. Yeah, 6 minutes. Coming out 15 more minutes. This is taking so long, man. Alright, just checking out if everything's alright. Alright, I'm done with that. I'm done with that. No more ASMR. It's not an ASMR stream. I don't like ASMR. It's weird, but I still do it because it's funny. Just funny making fun of it. It's easy. I don't know. I just never really liked or enjoyed ASMR or anything satisfying. I don't like those satisfying videos. They just give me the creeps, man. I mean, there is some things that do. Like, there are some videos that actually do kind of satisfy me, but some of them don't. I just find them more weird than satisfying. Trust me, if my PlayStation Plus did not expire, then I would be on Warzone right now. But I would usually, I would usually wait until the tape is over because everyone's going to be rushing to the bunker as soon as that code goes out. But I actually want to kind of watch them. They're kind of educational, you know? Like, 61 through 73, that's a long time ago. Like, this is kind of more educational than anything. Like, online school, here we are right now. No, did you do history class? Yep. I watched 4 tapes today. Huh? My homework was I had to gather some numbers and figure out some ciphers, and yeah, that was it. I guess I'll have to go inside of a bunker and find those ciphers, but after that, my homework's done. And then tomorrow. That'd be like funny. It was like at the end of it, it's like, this is a random website. You did not figure it out. That'd be weird. But no, it's not. Has the Tangled Web thing changed? I don't know. Let's see. It might be the same, but
sure. Everything changed from YouTube music.
Oh, okay,
playing on Den TV.
Okay, Google.
Just an
Stop. I'm unplugging this thing. Oh my. Oh, he's got a heart attack, man. No, it does not change. Ooh. Oh my gosh, man. I didn't even say it. I didn't even say the words that activate it. This thing scares me sometimes, man. I just feel like it's just activating it on its own. Oh. I'm sorry for that, but you saw the keys, man. I'm so glad the song didn't play and I get copyrighted for it. Alright, note to self, unplug Google before streaming. Or it's gonna ruin everything. Oh, I'm just gonna turn off my TV. How about that? Because I have a Den TV for it. That's what you heard playing the song on Den TV. Oh man, it scared me. It freaked me out. Alright. 10 minutes left. 9 minutes, whatever. I'm looking at the timer. If I could, I would play the final countdown. At like 10 seconds. It's the final countdown. Alright, well. Pretty sure I can't get copyrighted for this. I don't know. The actual song is not playing, it's me singing it, so I should be good. It's the final countdown. I hope that's right. I hope it's not. Alright, I know. I'm thinking of. I was like, man, I hope I'm not messing it up. So I was thinking of the what's it called? Oh no! What's it called? The that one song from SpongeBob. Oh, shit, I'm actually looking it up. Like, I can't play it, but what is it called? Sweet Victory. That's what it is. Sweet Victory. That's what I'm thinking of. Okay. 8 minutes. I get those two songs confused a bit. Like just the beats. I usually think like it's for Sweet Victory. But it's for the final countdown. Seven minutes and 30 seconds left. Almost there. Then we have the 14th. And then I will. Here, let's just do it. Let's just do it now. Let's move that down. Right there, just so I know what it is. And let's move this right there. So I'm just gonna close the tab after it's done. So yeah, I'll move here, and then I'm gonna have. Where's text? Boom. Edit. Just in case, and then let me have. For this setup first, so then I'm just gonna go down the line. So 72. Wait, no, I have to wait. Wait, no. Enter. 72 to 73. Enter. Wait, no, I did it wrong. 62 to 63, volume 2. No. Backwards, oops. And then it would be 68 through 69. Funny, haha. Version 3. And then, yeah, you can see my awful naming. I'm awful at naming stuff, hence my titles on my channel. 61 through 62. Like, my titles feel like it just got off like a random generator. Like a random number generator. Random number gender generator, you know what I mean? Not gender. Or like a random name thing. Random name circle. Random name wheel. Gosh, I'm awful at talking, man. I don't even know why I try. So, let's see. Good, then I'm gonna go up here, and then whatever the date is for the next tape, I'm just gonna put it into there. Once I find out none of these things are gonna change, it's gonna stay the same. No, they probably will change because that was volume that. Wait, is that volume 3 now? Did that change already? No, it didn't. Did it? No, it was like that. Okay. Good. Alright. 4 minutes. Let's go. Clap. Almost there. Alright. Alright, it's 11:56. 4 minutes still. Come on, man. Three minutes. Three minutes. I can't wait for one that they're gonna change it up. It's gonna be like, haha, newsflash, everything's gonna come out on 1 instead of 12 now. pretty sure people will be mad about that. So I think I'm just gonna keep it the same. I mean, I wouldn't be. We can change things up a bit, you know? Alright. Getting down to the final minutes, guys. Final minute. Final minutes. 2 minutes left. 2 minutes left. Get hype. Get your snacks, drinks, whatever you need at the moment in time. Like, in 2 minutes and 40 seconds, hit that like button. No. See, 2 minutes and 20 seconds. Go. Hurry up. Alright. We're down to a minute. It's not gonna be like completely accurate because down there it says 11:58, but up here it says 1. But it's not down to the perfect second. So, and I think it would change without refreshing. Yeah. I think this is my first time actually getting here on time. Believe it or not. Alright. Minute 20. Let's go. Let's go. Get hype. Everyone's awake for this. Don't be falling asleep on me now. One minute. Just 1 minute left. 50 seconds. 50 seconds. 50 seconds. I'm telling you, one streamer has this down so that a complete second. So, not me. "30 seconds. Woo woo." "20 seconds. "10. Oh, okay. Well, I kind of messed that up. Alrighty. Well, we got the new tapes. We got purple. What's purple? What? Oh, I'm probably missing one. Yeah, I'll go ahead and get those after. But yeah, I'm definitely missing one. So we have all of them, and it is 19. I just play while I do it. 1977. I'm gonna mute myself and talk. Oh. Sorry about that. I completely forgot about one thing. Let me fix that. There we go. There we go. Now.
We found those programs totally abhorrent.
There we go.
185 private researchers were used in 80 different institutions, including universities, chemical companies, and hospitals, many without knowledge of CIA involvement.
The senators heard CIA Director Stansfield Turner's explanation of how the old documents on CIA drug tests had been discovered in a records.
I, Jimmy Carter, do solemnly swear
I, Jimmy Carter, do solemnly swear
that I will faithfully execute
that I will faithfully execute
the office of President of the United States
the office of President of the United States
and will, to the best of my ability,
and will, to the best of my ability,
preserve, protect, and defend
preserve, protect, and defend
the Constitution of the United States.
the Constitution of the United States.
As President, I am also determined to maintain America's leadership in space. The first great era of space exploration as an initiative unprecedented. The second era of the space shuttle when we follow the great benefits that have been made possible by that exploration is about to begin.
Enterprise was the first production craft of the Space Shuttle program and was used in the first flight test program at Edwards Air Force Base in California. The Enterprise will be making a low pass over Montreal tomorrow. Its flight over Montreal is part of the 3-day goodwill visit to Canada, arranged by NASA in recognition of Canada's cooperation with the U.S. in its space program. Unlike its sister spacecraft Columbia and Challenger, Enterprise was never in an Earth orbit. Instead, it was used to study the orbiter's flying and landing qualities and aerodynamic properties during airborne glide tests. When the Space Shuttle surfaces tomorrow afternoon, she'll be flying piggyback aboard a modified Boeing 747 jet.
J. Edgar Hoover FBI building houses the Bureau's Washington headquarters. Supporting local, state, and federal law enforcement agencies, the FBI makes available the most scientific and proficient crime-fighting capabilities ever developed.
I never have to ask around to know what's right for me. I like my fun, I like my friends who keep me company. And when I want some cooling down or picking up, you see, I don't have to think about what to drink, 'cause milk's the one for me.
Milk is the one. Gives me the cold, fresh taste I like, the lift I like.
I don't have to think about what to drink, 'cause milk's the one
For me. Hope this doesn't get copyrighted. I don't know if any of these songs will be. I'm willing to take that chance for a good cause.
That would be the understatement of the year. Oh my goodness. In fact, it's like 100,000 tons of bombs.
Of course, you know by now that Elvis Presley died yesterday. Later today, his body will lie in state at his home, Graceland, in Memphis, Tennessee.
Earlier this week, Democratic congressional leaders urged President Carter to their reform proposals for a while. They were unsuccessful, as Marilyn Berger now reports from the White House.
After Health, Education, and Welfare Secretary Joseph Califano met with President Carter this morning, he said the administration will present its proposals for welfare reform this week, as planned.
The president's program is going to be as he's promised. It'll be very pro-work, it'll be very pro-family, it'll be very anti-fraud and anti-abuse.
Just days before the message is to go to Congress, a final picture is emerging of what the proposals will contain. The program will require no additional cost during the first year. Work incentives will be provided, but there's no sign there will be enough work to get a large number of people off welfare quickly. Income supplements to the working poor will be determined by both salary and family size. Welfare mothers will not be required to work if their children are under the age of 14. States will receive some financial relief to help pay for welfare programs. How much is not known. Influential congressmen have warned the president that many of these proposals are highly controversial and that action this year is very unlikely.
With the exception of preventing war, this is the greatest challenge that our country will face during our lifetime. The energy crisis has not yet overwhelmed us, but it will if we do not act quickly. It's a problem that we will not be able to solve in the next few years, and it's likely to get progressively worse through the rest of this century. We must not be selfish or timid if we hope to have a decent world for our children and our grandchildren. We simply must balance our demand for energy with our rapidly shrinking resources. By acting now, we can control our future instead of
one process.
Matter of fact, it's in the tri-state area of Colorado, Utah, and Wyoming, there are 1.8 trillion barrels of oil in place, and that the recoverable oil from those deposits is probably of the order of 600 billion barrels. Now, this is more oil here in these deposits that is calculated to be recoverable than the proven oil deposits of the entire world.
The two areas where we waste most of our energy are transportation and our heating and cooling systems. Transportation consumes 26% of all our energy, and as much as half of that is waste. We simply must save.
One energy idea that is here today is the Strategic Petroleum Reserve. a stockpile of oil stored in underground caverns called salt domes. These reserves are like money in the bank, to be drawn on when needed. Maurice Graber, the Department of Energy.
The cavern beneath us will hold about 16 million barrels of oil. The 5 caverns on this complex will store about 60 million as they now exist. The major purpose of the oil storage program is to stockpile a reservoir of oil which will be available in case a shortage develops for any reason.
Good evening. Elvis Presley died today. He was 42. Apparently it was a heart attack. He was found at his home in Memphis, not breathing. His road manager tried to revive him. He failed. A hospital tried to revive him. It failed. His doctor pronounced him dead at 3 o'clock this afternoon.
During the night, one of the jets belonging to Presley brought his former wife, Priscilla, and their daughter, Lisa Marie, to Memphis from California.
You wish you hadn't have taken it?
Well, not particularly. I think after reading the books, I don't think at first, initially, I thought it was going to be damaging, but after I read 4 polygraph books, and it didn't seem all that damaging because it's not all that exact. And once you read a book, you can't beat the test, but you can keep them from beating you. For instance, you can learn how to breathe as normal and things like that.
2 unmanned spacecraft, Voyager 1 and 2, lifted off from Cape Canaveral atop Titan Centaur rockets. Traveling uninterrupted through interstellar space, the Voyagers will endure forever, long after everything man has ever built has crumbled into dust. In the event the spacecraft encounter alien intelligence, both Voyagers carry a copper phonograph record, a message, celebrating the sights and sounds of Earth.
And friendly wishes.
These unique discs contain photographs of everyday life, as well as voices, offering greetings in 55 languages. There are also animal noises, the music of Beethoven and Chuck Berry, a baby crying, laughter, rain, and a...
Simple as can be.
Skateboard safety is simple. Never ride in the street, and before you take off, put on your gloves, elbow and knee pads, and helmet. It's no fun to wipe out, but if you do, you'll be protected. Safety gear. And more fun on wheels.
There's a key, there's a key.
Today, and the weather is cooperating, but there is a potential problem. The hydraulic system is broken down, forcing pilots to rely on backup systems.
To tell you the complete story of these activities, we are professing to tell you the complete story that we know. Right. But these records that we've uncovered don't tell the story. They tell pieces of
The buildings behind me were the headquarters for the World War II Office of Strategic Service. It was here that the first halting steps toward mind control began. The shaper and molder of OSS was General Wild Bill Donovan. He said of his group's work, "We may have made mistakes, but we were not afraid to try things that were never done."
Did I just hear that right? Did I just say mind control?
In this anything-goes atmosphere, Donovan appointed this man, Stanley Lovell, a Boston industrialist, to break new ground in many scientific and technical fields. Donovan called Lovell his Dr. Moriarty, after the fiendish professor in Sherlock Holmes. Lovell liked the name and posed for this Saturday Evening Post photo. He later wrote of his OSS job that it was, quote, to stimulate the PEC's bad boy beneath the surface of every American scientist and to say to him, throw all of your normal law-abiding concepts out of... Here's a chance to raise merry hell. It was in this atmosphere that the search for mind control...
CIA Director Turner said such tests stopped years ago. He said he found it abhorrent to use human beings as guinea pigs.
In this note from White's diaries, it says, "Call Lovell regarding TD." TD was a rather transparent cover for Truth Drug. George White worked with the Truth Drug Committee here at St. Elizabeth's Hospital in the nation's capital. They experimented with mescaline, scopolamine, and marijuana on unwitting victims. The committee soon learned there was no easy panacea, no truth drug at this stage. But White and later colleagues would not stop trying. The goal remained the same. As this 1952 CIA memo says, the aim is controlling an individual to the point where he will do our bidding against his will, and even against such fundamental laws of nature as self-preservation.
Make up for a meet and treat Halloween this year. Meet the neighbors and treat the kids. Keep children out of masks that obscure vision and in short costumes to prevent tripping. Reflective tape makes them glow in the beam of headlights. For fun and safety, accompany children on their neighborhood rounds in the afternoon and early evening. And be sure that all candy is wrapped and sealed. Make Halloween a time to meet and treat. It'll be fun for...
The CIA's interest in LSD was intense. The worry was that the Russians would get hold of it. Were the Soviets into LSD?
I'm going to have to say I'm sure they were, but if you ask me to prove it, I've never seen any direct proof of it.
What are they making us watch?
Intelligence information received from Switzerland.
I'm sorry, but why?
Doses of LSD on the open market, and it caused enough concern within the agency that the United States was prepared to buy.
Just why? I mean, I guess it's life. But family friendly. Yeah. Twilight One is not for kids.
I once thought the women's movement belonged more to my daughters than to me, but I have come to know that it belongs to women of all ages. I am proud to say, and I want you to know, that Texas was the 9th state to ratify the right of women to vote, and the 7th state to ratify the Equal Rights Amendment.
I move the adoption of the following resolution. The Equal Rights Amendment should be ratified.
It was an historic moment 15 years ago today. The world watched as 2 Americans landed on the moon's surface for the first time. The dream had become a reality. It was the fulfillment of a national goal set forth by President John F. Kennedy in 1961.
I believe that this nation should commit itself to achieving the goal before this decade is out of landing a man on the moon and returning him safely to the Earth.
Liftoff. We have a liftoff. 32 minutes past the hour. Liftoff on Apollo 11.
Neil Armstrong, does it feel like ancient history or only yesterday?
Well, in many ways it seems like 15 years, but many of the individual parts of the flight I recall as if it were yesterday.
By today's standards, the Apollo technology must seem pretty primitive. Was it part miracle? Neil?
I think it was about 99% dedication of the people who put our spacecraft together and ensured it worked the way it was supposed to work.
Thank you for sharing this anniversary with us this morning. You look fine in business suits. You looked great in spacesuits. We'll be back after a station break.
Moving on to the next one. It's going to be 72 to 73, Volume 2. And that was kind of weird, not gonna lie. Kind of was. But we have seen this one, so I'm gonna leave my mic on because we see I'm just trying to look at the numbers. I'm trying to do
The weekly military casualty
fancy
figures
stuff.
were released today in Saigon.
Can I have his
11
up,
Americans
please?
were
Like,
killed in
kind of over there?
combat,
Thank
others
you.
were wounded. More than 900 South Vietnamese soldiers were killed and more than 3,200 South Vietnamese wounded.
In one important aspect, the offensive has backfired badly on
Has
the
it
North
changed?
Vietnamese. It has harmed them politically inside South Vietnam. For the first time, there is a remarkable degree of political solidarity in the country. President Thieu is firmly in control. The only criticism has come from opposition leaders who felt they had to say something to protect their
I don't remember this.
Even they have not blamed Thieu for the communist successes. President Thieu's position is still largely dependent on the support he gets from Washington. He is the American choice to run Vietnam.
Why would it change, you know? Like, that just seems weird.
Ladies and gentlemen, the President of the United States.
We are certifying the 26th Amendment to the Constitution of the United States. That amendment, as you know, provides for the right to vote of all of our young people between 18 and 21. 11 million new voters as a result of this amendment.
A massive shock.
No, okay, I remember this. I'm sorry.
San Fernando Valley.
I thought it changed, but I'm pretty sure it hasn't.
Missing there.
What happens when it reaches date? What happens when it reaches Volume 5? That's what I want to know.
Everywhere.
I think Pete's absolutely right about this medical job. This is the first time we've ever had the space available to really adequately test the guy up there to see how he behaves.
Where's the numbers?
Under zero gravity for long periods. So we really don't know.
They're gonna give me one number like 10 minutes in.
And this is probably, to my mind, the single most important thing that we've got to do in Total Skylab is find out whether man himself does have a future in space in terms of making long journeys to somewhere else.
Now people are beginning to pick up the pieces.
What are you looking for down there?
Money and all sorts of things like spoons, forks, and knives, parts of mirrors, parts of plates, razor blades.
Have you found anything?
Yep, money, spoons, razor blades.
How much money did you find?
$4.98
How long are you going to keep digging?
till I have to go home.
I will only say that I
Funny thing is, he immediately asked, how much money did you find?
This past year in
Like, oh, don't worry, I found some money, I found some plays, I got some mirrors. Yeah, no, I don't care. How much money did you make, kid? Tell me.
The only way we're going to get our
It's like, these are like one digit, these are like one digits.
Be doing something to
like, these are all the numbers they gave you in the first one, they're all
North Vietnam.
One digit.
Maintaining a residual force in South Vietnam.
Which is weird, because everything else is like 1 to 2 digits. Just a zero in front of it, because I'm pretty sure you have to have the zero, because it probably has to be completely accurate what it says on the thing.
Gives our astronauts a dune buggy tour of lunar land.
Spaceland, zombies.
Okay. I think that it's interesting to consider what Margaret Mead said about women who are honored in authority in this country. She said that in fact,
I wonder if it's something to do with it, that they're only giving us 1 digit numbers. I mean, like, I'm only through the second tape, but
live out your role
still
childbearing
weird,
and
because you don't see that.
Then, through no fault of yours, he dies. And then alone, is it all right?
Like, this always freezes right here.
It's
weird.
We've decided that that's awfully hard on the men.
Alright, good. I check my mic. Want to make sure it's on. Oh. There we go, something different. Good. 25. Okay, so it's not all.
Señor Presidente, vemos este hermoso espectáculo en brazos de madres. Aquí están dos jóvenes madres con dos hermosas niñas que se abrazan.
At this rally in Silver Spring, Maryland, Governor Wallace's campaign is crushed by violence. Arthur Bremer, seen applauding a 21-year-old busboy, uses the cover of the crowd and the confusion to get close enough to the candidate for an attempted assassination.
Today was the critical operation for the governor to remove a bullet lodged near a spinal column and to find out whether the bullet had cut his spine.
$54. I need a tissue, but I have to wait. I don't want to miss anything.
A controversial day in politics. A man arrested trying to bug the offices of the Democratic National Committee in Washington.
I'm gonna stick your nose below my nose.
Employee of President Richard Nixon's re-election campaign committee. And perhaps a significant day for the Vietnam peace negotiations. The president of the Soviet Union has left Hanoi, saying they will resume soon.
Mother Nature unleashes the fury of Hurricane Agnes across 4 states: Virginia, Maryland, Pennsylvania, and New York. 134 lives are lost. Thousands are homeless. It runs into the millions.
I can assure you that as Secretary General of this organization, I am deeply worried about this development. It is extremely serious. And it is for this reason that I decided on my own, I want to stress this, to put this question of terrorism and acts of violence on the agenda of the next General Assembly.
Next stop, Moscow. Purpose, a summit meeting between President Nixon and Soviet leaders Brezhnev and Kosygin. Agreement is reached on limitations of nuclear weapons, the sale of American wheat to the Soviets, and a trade of beverages, our soft drinks for their vodka. Another victory for personal diplomacy on a global scale.
In a field 4 miles from London Airport. The tail section was intact. The body of the plane was demolished.
I don't know what he used to miss a number. Misses a number while blowing his nose. No, sorry, I went back to my streaming.
Responding
Number
to
was
the
9.
devastating Viet Cong offensive, President Nixon orders new measures.
All entrances to North Vietnamese
Because I was like going down the throat of my trash can, I hear and I walk up and I look up and it's gone.
Vietnamese naval operations from these ports.
Gordon
So I was waiting for the next number to come up for
to talk about a new peace
I went to it.
He said the visit was successful and that the Soviet Union will do everything it can to bring about a de-escalation of the Vietnam War.
Paris continues to be the focal point of world attention. American negotiators arrive for another in a long series of peace talks with the North Vietnamese. Presidential aide Henry Kissinger, a key figure in the lengthy and complex conferences, sounds a premature note of hope. We believe.
Federal indictments. Washington today.
54. Oh, crap. I bet. There it is.
Continues to offer political asylum to hijackers from
That's not my bad.
countries. Just last
Don't
week, the West German
just
government
mind everything.
returned 10 Czechoslovakians who killed a pilot during their hijack escape to the West.
As you know, I will soon be visiting the People's Republic of China, the Soviet Union. I go there with no illusions. We have great differences with both powers. We shall continue to have great differences. But peace depends on the ability of great powers to live together on the same planet despite their differences. We would not be true to our obligation to generations yet unborn if we fail to seize this moment to do everything in our power to ensure that we will be able to talk about those differences rather than to fight about them in the future.
Peking, historic site for an unprecedented meeting between East and West. Responding to a special invitation, President and Mrs. Nixon arrive, and Premier Zhou Enlai is on hand to extend an official welcome to the presidential couple. It's Mr. Nixon's initial move toward his self-proclaimed goal at generation of peace. A confident president, anxious to end the diplomatic freeze between the United States and China. Mao, top aide Henry Kissinger joins the talks with Premier Zhou Enlai on Vietnam and East.
See, this is not like, because you just have to watch him. You gotta rewatch him all the time. Like, if this is on YouTube, this is probably like a brilliant strategy to get anyone to go ahead and get you views. You know? Like, here's a YouTube channel that will reveal 2020 COD to you. So go ahead and watch it and look at all the videos. And, my gosh, man, that would be brilliant if they did that. You just went on YouTube and you had to look up their channel and you had to watch the videos. Okay, this part freaked me out. I don't know what it was, but it freaked me out. I don't know. Like, look at that. I don't know what that is. I mean, I know it's a person, but what are they doing, you know? Like, I don't want to sound rude or anything, but, like, what were they doing?
Including the foreign minister.
Or were they just, like, staring straight and walking?
Well over an hour with the prime minister, 2 hours and 45 minutes with the foreign minister, and I've got both verbal and written assurances about the prisoners.
Clarence Kelly, the president's choice to be permanent head of the FBI, cleared the Senate Judiciary Committee today. We'll have reports tonight on the economy, and we'll see what happened to a fat man who had part of his insides cut out in an effort to be a thin man.
Yep, that's disgusting, but I'm pretty sure it's a quote. I don't think it's real, but I hope that's not a real story.
Euphoria. After 5 lean years, there are signs that Egypt is about to stand on its own feet. They are cheering this man. It was then that President Anwar Sadat dropped his diplomatic bomb. He announced that the Russians had been asked to withdraw their
25.
After nearly a decade.
25. You know it's funnier than 24. 25. Who was that? It's either 23 or either 24 or 25. It's one of those two.
Televised violence can increase aggressive tendencies in some children. We will have to manage our program.
I congratulate you for that statement.
Let's see. Let's count how many 50s we have right now, or anything that's in the 50s. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Chill! You have 5 things that are 50, or in the 50s. At the moment.
3 were blank. This means the invitation to the Rhodesian team to participate in the games of the 20th Olympiad has been withdrawn.
The Rhodesians left angry.
Could you imagine these numbers that absolutely nothing, which is the ciphers you gotta figure out? These numbers stare just throw you off. I'd be mad. Like, you're going through 5 days worth of tapes to find numbers, and you find out they're absolutely worthless at the end. I would be mad. But what I think is, there's a chart that people got with their boxes to figure out how to get to the site, and I don't have them. I didn't get the box, but I'm pretty sure at the end you're probably either gonna have to plug in these numbers or it's gonna be another cipher. Now, to me, what this looks like, I can't remember the exact name, but I remember seeing it in Don't Touch Anything, when you did the LED lights and you scrolled over to like around here. There's like a long list of numbers and it spat out something. So I think this is what it's going to be. I don't know exactly what it's called. I have to go back and see it. Because then I can see if that actually does work. But I don't think that is. I don't know. I have to see.
In Paris, on Avenue
but if it is, then I'll probably figure it out after. That'd be cool. But I'm pretty sure it only goes up to how many letters are in the alphabet.
The truth of the matter is, the Paris peace talks failed as a major breakthrough in 1998.
I'm guessing this is going to be like a big cipher you have to figure out.
Achieve nothing. The delegates still turn up, make accusatory speeches, and leave. And yet, in other parts of Paris, secret meetings between Americans and Vietnamese did attempt to break the deadlock. The American initiative was led by President Nixon's special advisor, Dr. Henry Kissinger. Since 1970, he has met North Vietnamese leaders 12 times. At their meetings, he offered much of what the communists demanded: the withdrawal of American forces and new elections in South Vietnam. But all offers were rejected or ignored, and the whole American formula publicly rebutted by Hanoi.
Apollo 17, first nighttime launch in history.
Okay, I'm trying to... You know what I mean? There was a... Oh, wait, what's my name?
Struggle with illness. Mrs. Johnson and President and Mrs. Nixon attend.
Use the black light.
President, are you ready to take the constitutional oath? If you will place your left hand on the Bible and raise your right hand, and please repeat after me. I, Richard Nixon, do solemnly swear.
I, Richard Nixon, do solemnly swear.
That I will faithfully execute the office
of President of the United
States.
That I will faithfully execute the office of President of the United States.
And will, to the best of my ability.
And will, to the best of my ability.
Preserve, protect, and defend the Constitution of the United States.
No, I want to know.
And defend the Constitution of the United States.
You shined your black light at one area, and it revealed a bunch of numbers. And then if you went ahead and solved them, it would be like a big troll that you just went ahead and figured out. And it absolutely meant nothing. Here it is. Okay, no, these aren't. So, okay, no. Alright, that's completely wrong. Because it says 0 to 23, 1 to 4, 2 to 1. And the thing reveals, like, a whole sentence. And, you know, it only goes up to the number of letters in the alphabet. Okay. Glad I got that out of the way. Now, I know that found it. Because I want to see what these numbers are.
Sarika holds Cox.
Like, you can see this tracking thing, which I was confused about. Like, it goes from here to there, and there's a dot right there.
The president backs down. However, the apparent acquiescence by the White House falls short of its promise when two of the key tapes mysteriously disappear. In 18 minutes of another tape turn up blank. Pressed for an explanation, Presidential Secretary Rosemary Woods blames it on a variety.
Could this be the apparent VHS tapes here?
Under the chairmanship of Peter
And it said that 18 minutes in, it said 18 minutes of it was blank. It's kind of weird. I didn't realize it before. I just realized it now.
While the president was involved, that he did not realize or appreciate at any time the implications of his involvement. And I think that when the facts come out...
Okay, I just saw something. So, these numbers here, you can see them. And I want to see what happens if I plug these numbers into like the alphabet, because I mean, it's not like 54 things, but what if you do 5, like A, B, C, D, E, E, and then 4, A, B, C, D, E, D, no, okay. Maybe that doesn't work.
Not many who will side
5,
when it comes
E,
to a vote.
Okay. A, B, and A, B, C, D, E. That makes sense. Okay. Man, this has to be a cipher, man. This has to be some sort of cipher that you're gonna have to figure out, and you're gonna do it at the end of it when you get all the numbers. And I still need to get the rest of the stuff for the ciphers, like the red stuff, like orange, red, green, yellow, blue. I don't have the purple. I don't know what it is, but I know I'm missing. I think I'm missing a couple, which I didn't get. I thought these were just only the main ones that they were using for solve everything.
Not as victors, but as an honorable people who lived up to their pledge to defend democracy and did the best they could.
I am announcing today my candidacy for the presidency of the United States. I do not run for the presidency merely to oppose any man, but to propose new policies.
So it just seems to me what is required in the United States is not what Vice President Humphrey has said, which is the politics of joy and the politics of happiness, but the politics of reality. What the problems are in the country. I mean, it's all fine that we have all of these. Thank you. You come with me.
January 1968, the Tet Offensive. Suddenly, the enemy finds new strength to strike, denying all American tales of progress.
Vietnam is wrecked by battle. Saigon is scorched.
United States bombers continued their raids against the North. Our military called the attacks necessary, but Hanoi said that no peace talks could begin until the bombing stopped.
In Morocco's capital city of Rabat, crowds estimated at over 1 million jammed the route of the funeral procession of King Mohammed V.
I'll see if the I'll do some researching on the cipher I was talking about. Don't touch anything. That kind of be a troll. Actually, I'm gonna see if that would work. I don't think it would, but it's still worth a shot to check, you know.
The imposition of martial law
He had to do it on the American Armed Forces radio.
And also update the cipher so I know I have. See if I have all of them. That would do because that's just purple and everything else. Everything else has been like correct because you got green and there's a green, and then you got a blue and there's a blue right there, and then you also have an orange and there's an orange right there. And I'm guessing I'm missing the purple. So. I'm guessing.
But now in March,
Since yesterday we got the purple, and you probably got more green,
he sends to war our fellow citizens,
and probably more stuff. I'm pretty sure.
Precious lives pledged to
I need to look
many of their countrymen wish to yield.
The stream. See if there is anything we can figure out, because I don't know. So I haven't actually checked anything out, which I probably should have, but I didn't.
For the 8th day in a row, fighting continues.
And I wish I did now. But like I said, I didn't think that my thing would run out yesterday.
Almost every city and town in South Vietnam is cut off from the other.
Right, it's all good.
President Thieu of South Vietnam said today that anyone who advocates a coalition government for his nation is a traitor.
Yeah, I'm probably behind on a bunch of stuff. But I will be calling back up
over $45 million in aid and long-term credits.
Tomorrow you're going to see like probably most likely this whole screen. Probably gonna figure out some stuff, and see if we can find anything on like ciphers for numbers.
I say that when respect for the United States has fallen all over the world, but when it has fallen so low that a fourth-rate military power will hijack an American naval vessel in international waters, then it's time for new leadership for the American people at home, and we should provide.
10, 9, we have ignition sequence start. The engines are on. 4, 3, 2, 1, 0. We have commit. We have liftoff at 7:51 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. We have cleared the top.
Tower clear. 13 seconds.
Alright. I want to see if there's been a number that there's 93.
Apollo 8, Houston. Apollo 8, Houston.
Apollo 8, over.
Okay, I want to see.
Loud and clear.
Roger. Please be informed there is a Santa Claus.
That's affirmative. You're the best ones to know.
As Borman, Lovell, and Anders stepped onto the carrier deck, a huge and patriotic celebration broke loose in Mission Control. A celebration echoed by the hundreds of thousands of men and women who were Apollo 8.
That's funny.
One step on the moon. What do you think of it?
I can't believe in how short, just 8 years, how long we just made us. We beat the Russians and everything. I can't believe it, that it just happened. We can see it in our lifetime, and how much we'll probably see, that my whole lifetime more.
Nowhere is the grotesque nature of this year's politics more vivid than in Washington. For the first time since the Civil War, soldiers must defend the Capitol. Machine guns turned upon Americans, whose laws no longer bind.
Люди прочтут в газетах, слушают по радио, космический корабль пилотирует отклонение советского
I'm trying to see if there's a cipher that has numbers that go beyond like 90 or 100 and still show like letters, you know what I mean? Or not, letters. Or like some type of symbols or letters that you can use.
The feeling that I had when I
no luck.
was a feeling
It's 24.
so proud, just wanting to belong to the country, and it's the most wonderful feeling anyone could ever have.
I'm just curious. I just
shocks the conscience of the world.
can I meet?
The Union and its allies have invaded a defenseless country to stamp out a resurgence of ordinary human freedom. It is a sad commentary
Go
on
back
the
to
mind that a sign of liberty in Czechoslovakia is deemed a fundamental threat to the security of the Soviet system. The excuse...
Nejsilnější jsou u předsednictva vlády, které bylo obsazeno nejprve. Násilím byl odsud vyvlečen premiér Černý. Byla rozmístěna v parcích, míří i na pražský hrad. Tam v těchto chvílích byl prezident republiky Ludvík Svoboda, který zhruba před 25 lety bojoval v Čechách. I když už po 2 hodině noční, například ředitele spojů Hoffmana, byly vypnuty vysílače. Později se však statečným spojařům podařilo spojení znovu navázat a rozhlas mohl vysílat dál zprávy o napadení Československa.
I shall not seek, and I will not accept the nomination of my party.
I'm trying to find out what the name of the cipher is called it used
to open his assault on Humphrey in September. There, where only 1 week earlier streets and parks were battleground, the Republican draws 400,000 people. A triumphant first week carries him from Chicago to San Francisco and back across the land. Buoyant, wherever he campaigns, he underscores his message.
Now, this is most likely a cipher.
It's been transformed by radio antennas, bunkers, and barbed wire into the joint U.S.-Vietnamese command post. On the airstrip at La Vang, tons of artillery and ammunition are loaded and moved out to forward fire bases. The objective? To hit the enemy anywhere between Da Nang and the DMZ, and west into Laos again if necessary.
The Marines and Airborne advanced into the Communist line. Fired at each target prior to the attack, allowing the populace a chance to escape.
American youth today has its fringes, but that's part of the greatness of our country. I have great faith in American youth. The youth of today can change the world. And if they understand that, I think that we're going to go forward to a great age, not just for Americans, but for peace and progress for all the people in the world.
I missed that one. Yeah. I need to go back and see if I can find this.
This game depends, however, on his unwritten alliance with Reagan. Announcing open candidacy, Reagan now speeds from caucus to caucus. If Reagan can persuade his Southern friends to break their prior pledges to Nixon, the convention will come apart.
Okay. Let me go back and see. Because I know I missed 2 numbers. That's my bad.
NASA, the National Aeronautics and
22,
Space
okay.
Administration, presents Aeronautics and Space Report.
At Christmas time, the crew of the USS Pueblo returned home after nearly a year of captivity in North Korea. Hooker and his crew were met by relatives in
Was that
San Diego.
16?
After a tearful reunion, the men unfolded a tale
I'm gonna double check, but
bent on extracting confessions. Weeks of probing lay ahead, but for the Pueblo crew, it was a time for rejoicing and sorrow. Grief for the one shipmate.
so
Astronauts Neil A. Armstrong.
what I'm doing is that I looked up numbers to letters, and it's a thing, and I put in the 77 to 78 volume 1 numbers, which then came out to be 7BGHEAAG, and I went over to a the word unscrambler, and I put that in, and there's a 5-letter word, and it's the only one, and it says beach. And I'm going to try that for different ones. I'm just going to go ahead and do. I'm going to go over here and let's take a. Now,
they must work in a
this may be something. I don't know, but I'm going to try it for the other ones.
Data must be collected and reported.
See what actually does.
Experiments
work.
must be performed, including photography both inside and outside the spacecraft. Because of the film speed, these actions appear faster than they actually were.
No. Because it only... Okay, so maybe that won't work.
In Vietnam, Viet Cong rockets hit Saigon during a month of the peacetime in 2.5 weeks, killing 2 civilians and wounding 25.
The new communist campaign in Vietnam continues. Just after midnight their time, a band of Viet Cong raiders blew up a power installation and attacked 2 police stations in Saigon. Other small bands still roam the city.
Hamburger Hill was the biggest engagement so far in Operation Apache Snow, started 3 weeks ago. The objective of the operation was not the hill, but control of the Asha, the main infiltration route threatening northern coastal cities. After the 101st Airborne Division troopers wrested Hamburger Hill from the enemy, there was a pause in the fighting. Big guns were cleaned.
The 10-day offensive against the dug-in enemy cost 55 American lives and 300 wounded. Enemy losses are put at 400.
President Nixon's interest is in getting the U.S. out of the war in some acceptable way, whereas President Thu's interest is in seeing his own government survive the end of the war.
In North Vietnam, Ho Chi Minh died. He had led his communist forces through 3 decades of warfare. After defeating the French, he fought the U.S. and her allies for 9 years.
I believe we must take risks for peace, but calculated risks, not foolish risks. We shall not trade our defenses for a disarming smile or charming words. We are prepared for new initiatives in the control of arms in the context of other specific moves to reduce tensions around the world. I believe that America is not going to become a garrison state or a welfare state or a police state simply because the American people will defend our values from those forces, external or internal, that would challenge or erode.
The moment you mention nuclear weapons today, a lot of people get jittery and they seem to don't even want to discuss it. Nuclear weapons are a deterrent to war. We ought to remain the strongest nuclear power in the world. And we won't use any weapons unless we have to. But we will use any weapons if necessary to protect America and her people.
More than 350,000 people, mostly young people, showed up to hear the greatest rock groups in the country. The promoters billed it as 3 days of peace and music. And for most people, it was just that. Little thanks to the promoters. There were many problems, like not enough sanitation facilities, food, or water.
Good morning. It'll be 2 or 3 days before all the people leave the peace and quiet of the Catskill Mountains. It may be longer before this area returns to normal. Despite the problems, and there were many problems, though they were not...
Tablets or liquid.
Wait. Okay. So, this is what I did. So I went on to... So I found a... What's it called? A Caesar cipher decoder. And I put in the these numbers to it. That translated over two things. And then it gave... And I went over to the word unscrambler. And this is what it gave me. Turn on. It's 8 things, and it gave it, I kid you not, 6-letter words, turn on.
Yes, indeed. They've got the flag up now.
Oh, man, okay, okay. Alright, let me see other ones, because there is like 15 of these different ones, because it says,
quarantine tank last night, and today had their first day at home in peace. But it will not last long. The schedule in front of them is in some ways more arduous than their trip to the moon.
Okay, that's it. Did I type it wrong? Dang. Maybe this. Okay, maybe that. Okay, maybe. How many different ones are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26. 26. And so far I only got one. So we play the last one, and
San Francisco gets the heaviest snow in
off camera I will do a lot more, because I'm just going to copy and paste them into the thing I'm using, and I'll see which ones work and which ones don't. I will try with all the numbers I have at the moment. I'll translate them over to letters, and I'll put those into the cipher, and then I'll try like all 25 things or whatever it gives me. And
you will faithfully execute the office of President of the United States.
That I will faithfully execute the office of President of the United States.
And if it does spell out a sentence that makes sense and that is related to anything here,
Preserve, protect, and defend
then that's cool.
the Constitution of the United States.
Preserve, protect, and defend the Constitution of the United States.
But okay, maybe each volume is like a different cipher, you know what I mean? Like the first cipher is going to be Caesar, and then another one is different. To go over to here, volume 1, there is only numbers that can go through the alphabet. Here, dang. Okay, maybe I'm not onto something, but I still want to see. Oh wait, no, sorry.
Is Britain's ceasefire proposal
Wait.
to Moscow.
The Soviet Union willing to agree to a ceasefire in Laos?
Dang, I thought it was...
touched in conversation this subject.
I thought it was getting somewhere. Hold on.
I
I have nothing to say publicly at this moment.
The look for 61 will recall the Jazz Age, and where Paris leads, the rest of the fashion world is likely to follow.
Here was a new symbol of communist ruthlessness. Overnight, East Berlin became a concentration camp, sealing in the inhabitants of that sector. Barbed wire and cement were the answers to the refugee problem.
Khrushchev repeats his threat to sign a separate peace treaty with East Germany, which he claims, wrongly, rights in Berlin.
So, with the Caesar cipher, it has to be letters.
American troops answer with the only language the Reds seem to understand, a show of arms. Castro marks the second anniversary of his revolution with the biggest military parade ever staged.
These numbers could possibly not even do anything with it. It could be just some numbers that you have to write down.
Castro demanded the United States Embassy drastically reduce its staff to 11 persons.
But I got one thing. It got turned on.
I believe that this nation
Like I said, it could just absolutely not be related to anything.
Before this decade
or it's not even the right thing that I'm trying to do here.
On the moon and returning him safely to the Earth. No single space project in this period will be more impressive to mankind or more important for the long-range exploration of space. And none will be so difficult or expensive to accomplish.
The assault has begun on the dictatorship of Fidel Castro.
But I'm still going to try some of them. I'm going to try the ones that only have the numbers that go from... that have only the numbers that go from like 1 to 25 or how many letters are in the alphabet. I'm going to try that.
These charges are totally false, and I deny them categorically. The United States has committed no aggression against Cuba, and no offensive has been launched from Florida or from any other part of the United States.
Es un honor para mí el estar hoy entre un grupo de los hombres más valientes del mundo.
Castro gloated over his victory and told the world that Cuba was now a socialist nation and would hold no more elections. The next day, the United States officially proclaimed Cuba to be a communist satellite state.
His first great success in space, when the Russians pushed a man across the threshold. He was Yuri Gagarin, the astronaut the Russians lionized as the first to... It was the propaganda coup of the year.
Today, this Redstone Mercury is the center of the world of history. As Lieutenant Commander Shepard walks to the elevator that will carry him 65 feet aloft to the Capitol. It's 6:20 a.m. A moment of history.
So now there's a few that only have numbers that go from that are in like the alphabet that you can translate over. Like V3 here. Alright, I'm gonna try that. Like I'm like, ooh man, okay, I don't know if you can tell, but I'm kind of nervous.
He went 300 miles downrange, right on target, and was picked up by waiting helicopters.
37.
The triumph of Alan B. Shepard, U.S. space pioneer. As the captain prepared to load the capsule, explosive bolts on the escape hatch let go as Mercury is lost. However, the moon gets closer.
Albany, Georgia. A Negro is led by the Reverend Martin Luther King.
And if necessary, we must be willing to fill up the jails all over the state of North.
Шар превращается в колоссальный светящийся купол. Яркое свечение еще продолжает этом опыте оно длится необычайно долго. Страшной силы сопутствует приходу ударной волны.
Just why the Soviet Union would wish to detonate a megaton explosion, something about which we can all speculate.
At Oxford, integration at the University of Mississippi becomes a one-man crusade. When Air Force veteran James Meredith tries to register, the police lines are drawn. U.S. Marshals block. When university officials are cited for contempt of federal court, Governor Ross Barnett persecutes the Negro applicant. Meredith goes away, and the federal government ponders its next move. The forces increase tenfold and more. It is not enough to avert a night of rioting, leaving 2 dead, and the campus the shambles of a battlefield. "75 students and other rioters are arrested. Among those seized, former Major General Edwin Walker, who is charged with insurrection. And James Meredith becomes a duly registered student at the University of Mississippi.
Sir, there's been a great deal of turmoil and conflict. 2 people have been killed. Do you have any feelings of guilt? Have you given it any second thoughts?
I'm very sorry that anyone had to get hurt or killed. Of course, I think that's an unfair question of me. I don't believe any of you believe that I had anything to do with that.
From a conference of Congolese leaders in Madagascar, at which it was agreed to convert the republic into a loose confederation. The streets are jammed for a parade in celebration of the decision. But red opposition to the plan is heated, and the pro-Soviet Antoine Gizenga, Lumumba's political heir, still controls key areas and sizable armed forces. The Congo's problems are far from over.
Vienna was a neutral arena for a sparring match between 2 worlds. The men who hold the power to write tomorrow's history met, smiled, and resolved no problems. The dictator and the East and the West.
St. James Church in the Hudson River hamlet of Hyde Park is the scene of last rites for the First Lady of the World, Eleanor Roosevelt. President Kennedy heads the list of distinguished world leaders who pay last tribute to the extraordinary and beloved woman who is remembered as a humanitarian, one who loved her fellow man.
There is no strife, no prejudice, no national conflict in outer space as yet. Its hazards are hostile to us all. Its conquest deserves the best of all mankind, and its opportunity for peaceful cooperation may never come again. But why, some say, the moon? Why choose this as our goal? And they may well ask, why climb the highest mountain? Why, 35 years ago, fly the Atlantic? Why does Rice play Texas? We choose to go to the moon. We choose to go to the moon. We choose to go to the moon in this decade and do the other things, not because they are easy, but because that goal will serve to organize and measure the best of our energies and skills, because that challenge is one that we're willing to accept, one we are unwilling to postpone, and one we intend.
Okay, so I got a lot of different words for V3, but the one that stands out to me the most is playgrounds. Like, there's another one.
President Kennedy begins a tour of 4 space installations at Huntsville, Alabama, where he is greeted by Dr. Wernher von Braun, space pioneer and director of this research and development center. The missiles on display are dwarfed by the mighty Saturn rocket. This booster is the first stage of the rocket that will put the 3-man Apollo capsule into a 2-week orbit of the Earth in 1964. Preliminary to a lunar shoot, Gemini, which was developed here, will allow 2 men to orbit the Earth for 2 weeks and will be used for experiments in outer space rendezvous and docking missions. This winds up the President's first-hand look at our space program and our progress in the race for space.
This deficit comes from a recession. If we can take the proper action in the proper time, this can be the most important step we can take to prevent another recession. That is the right kind of a tax cut, both for your family budget and the national budget.
Chiang Kai-shek, leader of the peoples of Free China on the island of Taiwan, heads the celebration of the 50th anniversary of the overthrow of the Manchu dynasty. 11 million Chinese, strong with their dream of someday wresting their homeland from the communists, are marking the day that saw the end of 4,000 years of monarchy in China.
Khrushchev declared, through the formation of the world system of socialism, the situation in the world has altered radically. At present, it is not circles whom. On December 2nd, 1961,
maybe
Castro
just
revealed,
looking into
I
this
am
too
a
much,
Marxist-Leninist and will be one until the day I
but
die. Socialism is
kid
the
you
word.
not,
There is no halfway
there are
between
some brains
socialism
in
and
here,
imperialism.
like charts.
This government, as promised, has maintained the closest surveillance of the Soviet military buildup on the island of Cuba. To halt this offensive buildup, a strict quarantine on all offensive military equipment under shipment to Cuba is being initiated. All ships of any kind bound for Cuba, from whatever nation or port, will, if found to contain cargoes of offensive weapons, be turned back. It shall be the policy of this nation to regard any nuclear missile launched from Cuba against any nation in the Western Hemisphere as an attack by the Soviet Union on the United States, requiring a full retaliatory response upon the Soviet Union.
Communism's adventure in Cuba is a sophisticated.
Yeah, I think I'm looking into this too much.
Subversive with paramilitary features.
I'm just curious on. I just want to know what these numbers mean. Because we had them from day one, and there is still nothing on these numbers. Like, I don't know if there is or not, because I have to actually see.
Leather has been styled
I have to hear myself, because I don't know. Like, all these numbers, and it's giving to us every day. And there's still nothing new. It's just numbers. Like different tapes, and you got the ciphers, and I'm pretty sure a few ciphers have been solved at this moment in time. I have no clue. But every day we're getting new numbers, and I don't know what these do. I don't know what they are. So I'm trying to figure it out.
As he lines up with a solid endorsement for the home-brewed anti-Americanism of Fidel Castro, the Soviet sole Western Hemisphere ally.
I've been streaming for almost 2 hours, man. It has not felt like 2 hours.
China has just invaded India. Is this part of a two-pronged communist assault? Now the president must weigh all the factors one final time. Then make his
I'm trying to think of other things, because now to think about it, I'm not sure that the Caesar cipher I'm using is actually doing anything. I don't know if they put anything in the Caesar cipher. I don't know if I just to translate it over and then put in the word scramble. I don't know. Let's see.
The naval depot that Castro wants the U.S. to give up. These Marines have been assigned the job of protecting the base against any Cuban threats that might arise during the present crisis.
Mr. President, I am submitting
I will go back and I will and see if I miss any numbers, which I most likely did.
This resolution calls as an interim measure under Article 40 of the Charter for the immediate dismantling and withdrawal from Cuba of all missile and other offensive weapons.
The inauguration of Abraham Lincoln as the 16th President of the United States is reenacted in the nation's capital 100 years after the event. There's a crowd larger than the original president this day, double the 10,000 of 1861. And the bright, balmy day is in marked contrast to the gloomy overcast of a century ago. Scenes familiar from history books and movies come to life at the Capitol as Mr. Lincoln arrives. He is portrayed.
The following is the letter which has just been dispatched from the President to Chairman Khrushchev. I think that you and I, with our heavy responsibilities for the maintenance of peace, were aware that developments were approaching a point where events could have become unmanageable. So I welcome this message and consider it an important contribution to peace.
It urgently recommends that the United States and the Soviet Union confer promptly on measures to remove the existing threat to the security of the Western Hemisphere and the peace of the world, and to report thereon to the Security Council.
Earlier today, Secretary of Defense Robert McNamara announced that yesterday's photographic surveillance of Cuba indicated that the bases were being dismantled.
But with increased United States aid and instruction, Vietnam soldiers learned to fight back against the communist Viet Cong. Helicopters become a crucial weapon against guerrillas who strike, then disappear will-o'-the-wisp in marshes. Southeast Asia and Berlin are not the only hazard areas in the orchestrated struggle of the Cold War.
So when I went ahead
there is Cuba, from which
and translated this over to letters, and then I put it into one word scrambler, I got disapproval, which means to prove to be false, invalid, or an error. I don't know. But I'm going to do that for all of them that can be actually, be made into numbers, you know? Or letters, sorry. So I'm going to do one more, which is one I did before. That gave me, I completely forgot. It gave me something once I put it into the Cypher thing, but I want to see if it gives me something if I just put it into Running Scrambler first. I don't remember if I did this or not. I might have. Okay, it's worth a check anyways. And then full screen this one, and then let's size this down. And settings, like that, there, and then I have to move some stuff down, which is all good. Size this stuff down a bit more. Yeah, that's what I do. I will go ahead and do boom, boom, boom. And where's the last one? Boom. Right, now you can see the numbers. Good, 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 good. Alright. And I will tell you what I get here in a second. I have to put it into this. So they gave me beach. Okay, that's right. I don't know. Well, I'm pretty sure this is not all the. I'm pretty sure I missed a couple of the last one, which I'll go ahead and do. Go back and look at the end, or later today. Not immediately, but I will do it sometime. But these are this is all the numbers we have at the moment in time, and I still don't know what they do. I don't know if anyone else has figured. I don't know if anyone has figured out what they mean. I certainly haven't. I was trying to figure that out with the stream, but I'm guessing I was just looking into it too much, because I don't know if it actually does deal with the cipher or not. I don't know if it deals with any of that stuff. I don't know. So, guess we're gonna have to wait and see with tomorrow, the last day actually. And I want to check something real quick. Over to EMC2. Is that day cross left? Yep. Days cross. Wait. Oh man, there's another day. Day 6. So okay. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So 6 days in total. So yeah, Wednesday. Okay. So tomorrow is day 5. That is all the information that we have at the moment. And is everything that I have at the moment. Like I said, I don't know if it's everything, but it's something. I'll tell you that. Ooh, what's wrong? That one. And there we go. There it is. Move that out of the way. Let's bring you out of here. You're gonna need a lot of room for these numbers, because there's gonna be 5 of these tomorrow, man. I'll probably just like move these over here then, so you have enough space for the numbers. So while I do this, I'm going to go ahead and close this up, because this is the end of the stream. I usually just like going through the tapes and everything and getting all the numbers and seeing if there's any. Sorry, I can't speak at all. All right, I'm sorry. I just want to see if there's anything that has changed or is new, or we're going to go through tapes, because I'm not Warzone, so I'm going to have to check streams on people who do have Warzone up and everything, which I'll probably do after this, like right after I do this. So, yeah. So yeah, that's been another stream by me. If you enjoyed, like and subscribe. Let me try that again. That's been another